their goalie standing up or just not finishing in other than your goal and the like?
Yeah, I think we definitely had our chances. Their goalie played well. They did a good job of clogging up, I think, the neutral zone and their own end. So, but just one of those nights, a little bit snake bitten. They played well defensively, so we'll look at it, move on.
Still legit playoff spot today if St. Louis loses. I'm sure you guys would like to win your way in. I guess that goes without saying almost.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, anyway it happens, obviously it was a big goal for this team throughout the year, so hopefully that happens.
Well, in the first period, we see Gabe go off, and then Nino takes that caution of the boards. No doubt his teammates are kind of holding your breath a bit when you see two important players leave. They both come back, but just what was the thought process there?
Yeah, I mean, you never want injuries. I mean, I didn't love the hit on Nino there. But you got to be aware, I think, when some guys are out there, and it happens. It's part of the game. So, thankfully both those guys are all right.
Power play had obviously been a focal point to get the one that you did, and kind of a greasy one. And then you had some good looks on the ensuing power plays, right? Do you think today was a step forward, or?
I think so. I think, I think as of late it's been a little hot and cold, and there's going to be stretches like that throughout the year. Obviously, that first unit's rolling along pretty good for us, so all year. So I think, just got to take it, not get too overwhelmed with it, make sure that we keep sticking to the things that make our units do well and go from there.
Over the last couple of games, Cole Perfetti, seems like every game he's growing and evolving. What have you seen from him on the power play when playing with him?
I don't know, particularly on the power play, but I mean, Fetz is definitely taking a step this year. There's no doubt. He's having a really strong year. Solidified himself as such a good second liner. And with that shot on the power play, when he gets these looks, he's gonna capitalize more often than not. So he's been great.
What do you think of Logan Stanley, who obviously sat a few games, that comes in 2 assists today?
Yeah, I thought Stan was great. It's not easy, we have a lot of defensemen on this team right now, but everybody can play, and I think that we need everybody because there's going to be stuff that happens throughout this stretch here, and he was great. Thanks.
Yeah, I think we had our fair share of chances. Maybe hit a couple of posts where we would like the puck to go in. The goalie's made some big saves, but at the end of the day, I think it's still harping on the little details, the things that we know we're good at, and we'll get back to that at practice tomorrow. But, it was a game of chances. I think we had our fair share. It's just capitalizing and putting those in the back of the net when we can.
Is it an element of their game that played into that at all, or is it really just a matter because you guys did have so many scoring chances today?
Yeah, it's one of those things where almost when you had so many chances, the puck just wouldn't find the back of the net at sometimes, but it's sticking with it, staying positive and committed to playing the right way, and the puck will get there.
It's a cliche when players or coaches say there's no easy nights in the NHL. Is today just another example of that? Despite, I think, a 40-point difference in teams, Buffalo comes in and they certainly don't roll over, right?
Yeah, that's a team with some good players on that team. Their goaltender played great tonight. I think we can challenge his eyes a little bit more, get into the crease, make some dirty pucks a little bit tougher for him to play against. But I think at the end of the day, we're focusing on our game each night, shift by shift, practice by practice. That mentality. I think we'll get back to that tomorrow. But there's some positives to take out of that game. I think we'll get back to practice and we're ready for the next one here soon.
What have you seen from Morgan Barron on your line? It seems like you guys are clicking and he's really taking a step forward as a center.
Yeah, he's a smart 200-foot player. It's easy to play the game with him and Al, and they're both very smart players. They see the ice well. I think we understand our identity, our commitment to playing the right way, that whatever the team needs, the little details, getting pucks in net, physicality, being on the forecheck, bring the energy, maybe when the game's a little flat at times. But I think Morgan and Al have done a great job acclimating me to the game, to the Jets hockey, and they're both two great players, and fortunate to be playing with them.
Seems to fit in down the middle. Would you have known that he wasn't a center at all before this year? It seems like it's natural there.
Yeah, I had no idea, to be honest with you, but he's doing well on draws, he's playing the right way, and he's staying committed.
Brandon, hockey players are tough customers. Nino Niederreiter really tough. He takes that big hit and looks pretty wobbly as he's going off. Were you surprised to see him back, and then he scores a big goal, which for him and the team, which meant a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, you obviously never want to see one of your teammates take a hit, and got called in the protocol, did all the right steps and the right things, get back, put on the ice, and you got rewarded and playing the right way. I mean, that's a teammate, taking a hit to make a play, to get the puck in and do a job. That's ultimately how we need to keep playing, and it was great to see him get rewarded.
Thank you.
feel like your team generated enough to win a hockey game today?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
We tripled them on scoring chances. So, their goaltender was great, played great.
And is it a matter of maybe the Sabres were just pretty opportunistic with the few chances they had?
Power play, shorthanded, face-off, and then a line rush. So we made some mistakes in some of those situations. Yeah, I mean, you watch those games that they happen. You can get all those chances that we had, and, all of a sudden they just go back out the other way and it's in the net. So just we haven't had one of those in a while where we dominate like that and not come out on the right end of it. But our goaltender played really, really well.
First period, Gabe takes that shot to the face. I imagine he needed some repairs and was gone a bit. And then Nino, was he called into protocol after that hit?
Yeah, he had to go in there. Yeah.
Certainly speaks to the toughness, I guess, of both players that they return, and for Nino, a big goal for him.
Yeah, Gabe just had a cut, and so he had to get that fixed. And then, Nino once he was cleared, we were good to go.
And you made the one change on the blue line. Logan ended up having 2 assists today. Did you like what you saw from him after a bit of a layoff?
Yeah. I mean, it was I don't want these guys to sit too long, and like come in. I thought he did a lot of good things.
Mark Scheifele, it's been now 8 games for him without a goal. Him and that line as a whole, is the key kind of getting back to that attack mindset, or just poor puck luck for Mark?
I think you might want to check how many chances they've had. They've had a lot of chances, and that stretches that players go through, lines go through, where it just doesn't seem to go in the net. But their amount of opportunities they've gotten in the last few games is, especially tonight, there was some real good looks, and I think those guys, the idea is to keep getting inside, keep shooting the puck, and keep making those plays. And Scheif had a couple that looked like almost empty netters, and got a stick and got a blade and got whatever. But those turn over the course of the season. Those go both ways.
One of the in-game adjustments we sometimes see is you'll put Nikolai with Lowry and Appleton. What do you like about that kind of switch up? I know you like how his line's been playing, but in those situations,
tonight was did it tonight through Nino just because I was trying to get one guy from every line. I wanted Nino to stand on top of my goaltender with Fetz and Vladdy, and then obviously Fly with somebody from Lowry's line was going to get there. It was more about trying to keep Reimer in the net, try to keep him in position where he couldn't see pucks, and he got to see a few more. That if I have anyone complain about it, all those chances, probably a little bit more traffic on our part.
Just on their first goal, Dylan DeMello takes quite a pick off of that face-off play. What can a defenseman do in that situation? What's the line?
Yeah, I mean, it is. You're right. It's a heavy pick, and sometimes you hope they're maybe called, but at the end of the day, it happens every face-off, and there's somebody's getting picked, and it's just trying to battle, work your way inside as quick as possible. I mean, it was a play by them. They got away with it, and at the end of the day, you'd like to have layers, and maybe we usually have somebody supporting in the slot, but they got the open ice, and he got that shot off pretty quick.
Did it go off his stick at all as well, too?
No, I think it went straight in.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Thank you.